Welcome to Travel Insights, powered by the leading travel and tourism daily news portal, TravelDailyNews.com International Edition. I'm Chryssa Skodra, and in this interview series, I interview thought leaders, professionals, academics, and practitioners in travel, tourism, aviation, and hospitality industries. We are streaming live to our website on Facebook, as well as on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Thank you for tuning in and listening from wherever you are tuning in from. Today, I have the great pleasure to welcome Mr. Henri Hansson in the studio. Welcome, Mr. Hansson.
Thank you, Chryssa.
Mr. Hansson is the Senior Vice President at Finavia Corporation, responsible for airport infrastructure, sustainability, safety, security, and compliance. And he is a man with more than 20 years of experience in the airport and aviation industry, a skilled management professional with a background in engineering. And he is the right person to open up today's topic, which is the development and sustainability and innovation at Helsinki Airport. So Mr. Hansson, tell us please about Finavia's network of airports.
As a company, Finavia is a state-owned company, and we own and operate 20 airports in Finland, from the south of Finland up to north of Finland. And Helsinki Airport is our hub airport, and then we have 19 regional airports around the Finland, as well as said, from the south up to north to Lapland.
Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, Helsinki is the main airport, which is a leading and award-winning European transit hub. My first question I would like to open up for our viewers in our discussion is, what has been the role of Helsinki Airport and other airports, as you mentioned, Lapland as well? What is the role in the development of Finland's travel and tourism industry, as well as the national economy and the national brand image? When I moved to Finland 20 years ago, Finland was a small country, relatively unknown in the northernmost corner of Europe, and now it's a well-known international destination. So tell us about the impact that the development of the airports have had in the national economy and the brand image.
Yes, like you said, we are on the last corner of the continent, and we are like an island, so we do need a smooth connections worldwide. And as Helsinki is located on the shortest route between Europe and Asia, so we do have a geographical advantage to get, and that has been able to increase the connectivity both to Asia and from Asia as well, from the continent to Finland, so both inbound and outbound traffic. And we used to have more or less 160 direct flights from Finland. We used to have only 100 weekly departures only to China.
Mm-hmm.
So it really gives the examples that small country has been able to increase like those network, and this is very exceptional amount of the routes. And this has been give a great chance and even the possibility to Finnish business life to be connected to the global markets, both on the continent and the Asian market, as well the traffic. The tourism being able to have the possibility to increase the tourism in Finland. As you said, the Lapland tourism being growing very well under the decade, but the via Helsinki traffic has been the engine that we have the possibility to increase both Helsinki, but on the same time the network as well. So as we are developing Helsinki Airport, it's not only that we are developing Helsinki Airport and Finavia. It has been a huge investment program and an issue for the whole Finnish business and travel industry.
Mm-hmm. And you touched upon already about the Helsinki Airport being a significant air traffic hub between Asia and Europe, and also from the sustainability point of view, it's the fastest and shortest route from many Asian capitals to access and enter Europe. So for those reasons, I believe that the development program that has been undertaken by Finavia has played an important role. It's a huge investment worth approximately 1 billion euros. So why Finavia has taken and invested so heavily in the development of Helsinki Airport? You sort of touched upon that, but I would like us to dive deeper into this and what have been from the planning phase already a decade ago the key areas that you had identified that needed to be developed further.
Almost 20 years we had the decision to have a so-called Asian strategy. So we need to strengthen our position between Europe and Asia, and that was the starting point that we had already at least 2 or 3 different kind of terminal expansions. We spent more or less 200 million on that Asian strategy. But when we come to the year 2012, we have the most interesting decision point that we will start a 1 billion 10-year program to develop Helsinki. And that was the traditional, at least as traditional questions that we need to follow our strategy, but we also had those traffic estimations. We have the industry analyzed that there are huge potential, not only what we have the geographical advantages coming the location, but also we saw that there are huge potential in Asia and connecting the continent via Helsinki. But of course, it had a lot of, let's say, risks, and also we had a few purely risk management, micro and micro risks identified, also globally geopolitical risks that we are now facing. So though are already realized, but the billion investment is not for the coming years, it's for the next generation. So this is more or less a strategical investments that we need to be the growing and the best transfer airports also in the future between Europe and Asia.
So very future proof and the long term thinking approach. And of course, that ties with the national objectives as you described, and perhaps at the EU level as well. I would like to ask you, as today's topic is the development, sustainability, innovation at the Helsinki Airport, what is the role of sustainability? I know that Finavia has a long track record of being a sustainability pioneer in the aviation industry. I would like you to highlight the actions you have taken towards that direction to make a more sustainable future to the level that you can contribute some impact, and how do you measure the results? So what actions you have taken and what results you have achieved?
Sustainability has been more or less 20 years in the middle of our company strategy, and a company, the whole network has been for several years already carbon neutral, and we have been starting our climate program already 2008, so more or less 15 years ago, and the climate change issues have been taken very seriously by Finavia. And we have a lot of kind of, let's say, actions to achieve those goals. Being carbon neutral is only a milestone, and the next level will be net zero carbon level by 2025, and that really you have to push yourself to succeed those aims, and for example that you have the design solutions that you are having solutions that are saving energy. You are saving all the time the money, but you need to be a very, let's say, cost-effective way to operate, but also you are not having so much those emissions from the carbon dioxide on the same time. But you need have all kind of, let's say, action. For example, using renewable sources. Our emission sources has been from the maintenance processes, from the engines, and from the heating, and the electric using the electric is already carbon neutral when we are using wind power as a renewable sources. And what kind of, say, innovation have been used throughout the development program is that all the buildings and the terminal phases have been designed by high environmental criteria. We are using BREEAM Gold standards, so it really gives you your rules that you have to find the best solutions to be effective as possible on the energy levels, but also you have to find solutions when you are using renewable sources like heat pumps, when you are squeezing those energy from the indoor climate, but also, for example, solar panels we are using quite a lot. For example, you can charge your own car in the parking facility when the electricity is done by solar.
You touched upon already on some innovations. What other innovations are worth mentioning in terms of how the Helsinki Airport is transforming in terms of its new capacity, in terms of the travel experience it offers? Here I can show also some graph and yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, passenger experience is probably the main thing to understand. You need to design and find those processes that you are really doing the best passenger experience that you can. For example, taking the examples like the security scanners, I think those are the state of the art of the technology. Not only
We
that
see here very futuristic.
Yes, not only that the throughput is twice better than on the conventional technology, but also that you not need to take any more those liquids and electronic devices, so you can let them inside of the bags, and so the travel experience is much smoother. But also the ambience, like in this security area, but also around the terminals, we are using Finnish style, using natural materials, outdoor lighting, all the shape of the buildings helps you to coordinate your way from outside of the gates. So we really want that the travel is hassle free and is the smoothest way to travel around the airport. So there are a lot of kinds you can do, and the travel and the passenger experience is the key factor that you need to do a lot of work.
I would like to show once more this graph, and I would like to ask you, this is the development program that we've been discussing. It's soon to be finalized, correct? What are the final stages for the development program to be completed fully?
Yes, we started in the year 2013, the development program, and there are at least 2 or 3 main phases, totally around 25 different kind of project. On the left hand, you can see the west and the south pier, and on the right hand, there are some gate and terminal expansions. And now we are finalizing in the middle of the picture is the part of the new departure hall. We are now renovating the old part to be integrated with new one, and it will be ready by summer. So next year, until this year, 2023, the program will be finalized.
And you have this concept called under one roof, right?
Yeah, year 2013, we finalized our master plan of Helsinki Airport. We have all kind of, let's say, alternatives to develop Helsinki Airport from land use plan perspective, but we did choose the under one roof concept. It really gives the possibility to run and operate the terminal operations as cost effective as possible, but it really gives to the passengers smooth connectivity inside of the terminal. The distance is very short, and it's very easy, let's say, to coordinate you in the terminal from the passenger point of view.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mr. Hansson. And one last question before I let you go. I know you're very busy. How do you analyze trends in aviation, and how do you develop the airport further in the coming years? So now you put a closure to this long process, the development, 10-year development program. How do you ensure that the Helsinki airport continues remaining relevant and sustainable and award winning and offers a great experience? How do you analyze the trends in innovation? How do you keep your eyes on what's happening, and how then you decide upon upcoming development projects?
One thing is very important to understand the needs of your customers. You need to research uh, your customers' behavior and the needs in the future as well. So you have to be very, let's say, carefully that you understand the real needs of the customers, because the business is for customers, and the travel and the passenger experience is our strategic issue. Of course, there are mega trends like sustainability. They are very important for the passengers also in the future. Probably automation, the level of the automation will increase, so you need to find solutions that you can integrate in those airport processes. But from the passenger point of view, processes, facilitation in general need to be smooth, easy to be connected, very doable. So make things um, very easy to use, simple way, not too complicated. So that's the key to have the success for the passenger experience.
Mm-hmm. Is there something else you would like to add that it's absolutely top of your mind that we haven't touched upon, and it's important to mention for our viewers regarding the innovations and sustainability development at the Helsinki Airport?
I think there were quite a lot of topics already covered. So I think there are all of kinds of, let's say, issue that we've already gone through. So there were very good questions.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Hansson, the Vice President, Senior Vice President responsible for airport infrastructure, sustainability, safety, security, and compliance, was here with me in the studio. And we talk about development, sustainability, innovation at Helsinki Airport. For more information, check out finavia.fi. There's a variety of languages to choose from. I would like to thank Mr. Hansson. Thank you for being here at Travel Insights. And for the rest of you, I would like to remind you that we are going live every Wednesday at 11 o'clock. So if you want to watch more interesting topics in the travel and tourism and aviation and hospitality industries, tune in for more insights analyzed by leading experts. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to also book your interview, I'd love to host you on the show. So please email me at the email you see now on your screen. So wishes for a nice, productive day ahead. Bye for now.